Solana analysis, I tried to tell you all. I tried to tell you in my last Solana video, I even said this can jump up all the way to 150 and it doesn't matter. Hitting $22 is still by far the most likely. And in my last, one of my recent Bitcoin videos, I mentioned the idea that being bearish throughout this market, it's essentially a self-sacrifice as a YouTuber, because the YouTube algorithm goes towards creating content that viewers want. People don't want bearish shit. They want it to go up. And I'm going to show you a clip from that. So first off, you can see how freaking much I nailed this. But second off, like you could tell, like I was giving content that people don't want. And I did it, and I already knew, you know, when making the videos that it's going to be hard to believe. And you'll see, I was begging people, like, please listen. Please listen. I'm going to be right, or very close to being exactly right. Like, it's going to be close. It's going to be some version of this. It's going to be worse than what you think, essentially. But essentially, I actually about nailed it. But that doesn't matter. I was trying to help people. So just watch this. Just a few clips here. And you can see that I really was freaking self-sacrificing myself. Like, just big time. Watch. These origin lines, I tried. That's on times 2 speed. I listen to everything on times 2 speed besides music, or if I'm learning physics stuff or something very different, or even how to prune grapes or mechanical stuff. But very, very few things I listen to on normal speed. Anyway, here we go. Sama and Mover and Open Ocean moving out of these origin lines. I tried so many ways to warn folks that Solana is going to come, and it's not done. It's not even close to getting as low as it's going to go. None of these close. So let's do it. I won't guess exact areas of where it's going to bounce. Rather, I want to tell you the highest it will bounce with a very, very, very high likelihood. There's a 45-degree angle from that local high. That's it. Let me go to I kind of like the 8-hour chart on this. Solana's 8-hour chart's really nice. If things bounce now, I could see Solana back up at 150. Okay, so see where I did that video when it got down to the low 80s, right? That was roughly late January. Wait, I made this video January 28th. So you can see down there, January 28th, this is the title of it. If you can see that, that's the title. And that was the date, right? January 28th. So let's go to Solana. I said I could see it bouncing to 150. And in a clip that you're going to see in a little bit, I tell you specifically, it doesn't matter if it goes to 150. It's still probably going to hit 22 bucks. Like, I tried so hard, folks. But I know that the brain, it doesn't like to imagine how low things are going to go. So I get it. It doesn't matter if I beg. I just seem like that much bigger of an idiot to you at the time for newer folks. I understand it. I thought people were idiots all over the place too in 2018. I know the feeling. I'm a person who can jump to conclusions and think people are stupid pretty quickly. And I over time, I've tried not, especially in crypto, I try not to do that. That's why when I see people who do analysis that I think is bullshit, I make sure I try to understand what they're saying before I confirm that. Anyway, so I made that video right here. Okay, January, bam. Okay, so I took that high and I did a projector tool. 45-degree angle. There you go. Ta-da! Wait. Ta-da! Right? And pretty soon I'm going to be able to say ta-da when it gets to my bottom box at 22 bucks or lower. It's going to happen. Very likely going to happen. All right, let's go back to these clips. It can meet this. Oh yeah, next one. 12 months. I mean, even if February's a green month on Bitcoin and Solana starts coming up, these statistics don't change. It's still probably going to hit between 12 to 22 bucks. So there I was saying it doesn't matter if that is hit, anticipating that it was going to bounce on that box. See this box over here where my cursor's going? I anticipated it potentially bounce up to 150. And where did it go? 143.60. I was $6.50 off from down here, right? But I was trying to warn you in that clip. It doesn't matter if it goes that high, because I anticipated people coming on my channel saying, Solana's up 200%. That's why I said that statement, because I anticipated this. I knew that I had a strong chance of getting a damn good bounce over these highs. That's why I made the projector tool, to try to get people to not think I'm stupid, because I already could see it coming. And it doesn't matter. This box is still going to be hit. I tried but I already know it doesn't matter how hard I try. I'm going to seem that much stupider to people. Anyway, that is how low it's going. All right, so let's go to the dissection. It is still statistically most likely that this box is going to be hit, as hard as it is to believe. And you know that if you were watching my Solana video when I made that the one I covered, December 5th or whatever, you know it was hard to believe that was going to be, not only that that pink box was going to be hit, but that price was going to move down and out of it, even though I justified why, even with visuals and everything, not just analysis, but just showing you other coins have done it. Like, I tried so hard. Look, I was literally begging. Do you think this is what viewers want? Like, no, I was doing shit that essentially hurts me to try to help. Like, I promise you, I've made some bad calls, and, you know, maybe some people following my stuff, maybe whether they listened well or not, I haven't done perfectly, but I swear to goodness I'm trying. Thinks that this is unlikely to happen. Don't be that person. Don't, like, double down on your doubt after you saw it likely to happen. Don't be that person. Don't, like, double down on your doubt after you saw my first analysis come true. Don't do that. So, so anticipating that big move up, that was my essentially closing statement. Anticipating that it was going to move up, I was begging people, because I already knew the first time I drew my bear boxes, and it hit perfectly, it actually hit on the very edge, but it still hit it. It hit my box, and people didn't believe it. I was trying to rationale, okay, you're probably going to see a big pump up. You already doubted my first box. It was unbelievable at the time, and you saw it hit. Don't be that person who doubts me a second time, in light of it could pump here. And you saw me, I was begging people, right? So again, this is not necessarily as much to say I told you so, but you know, if you watch my channel, when I say stuff that's hard to believe, just, I don't want to say just trust me like I'm not a financial advisor, I don't give financial advice, but just try to realize that this shit is hard to believe. It's really hard. Like if you entered in mid 2020 or later, you don't know, you don't understand, you can't understand this. It's like, so you know how most humans who are not colorblind, they can see in a very finite spectrum of the light spectrum, right? Have you ever seen that? You like Google it, like what is the light spectrum and the human range of vision? It's like the line is this big and the human range is that, it's that. So that's what humans are in reality. We can see very little of reality, right? Like you can't see microwaves or radio waves. That's a form of light. Radio is light. It's literally light, but you just can't see it, right? And so are, X-rays, which is just below red, and then you have your ultraviolet that some birds can see that's just beyond purple. So you can't, so my point is, you can't, so humans, me and you included, we can't imagine what X-ray vision looks like what is beyond red or what is beyond violet. You literally can't imagine it. It's impossible. You can't imagine a new color, right? So we are impaired. Okay, humans are impaired, and we can see such little reality. That's you. Like if you entered mid 2020 or later, that is you. You can't imagine this stuff. It's impossible. So as we go along in this bear market, if you're watching my channel, just realize that when I say something, I'm not saying I'm going to be like a wizard, because my last 15 days I have been wizard stat. Like I'm just kind of on a lucky roll. I'm not always this spot on. But when I say stuff, even if it might not be true, that's regardless. It's still, if I mention something, it has a statistical likelihood of happening regardless of whether you believe it or not. Because you are, essentially, we're impaired. You have inherent impairment. You can only see this far. And in crypto, having entered in mid 2022 or later, you're in that same impairment boat. You simply can't imagine it yet. You have to be burned badly before you get it. And I promise you, if you stick through this, then you're going to be the nut job in 2 years or 3 years trying to tell your friends, no, it's going to go way lower, and they're not going to believe you. And then you're going to know what I was freaking going through here on YouTube. Anyway, so again, in that video, I also said, please, I even beg people, like, not financial advice, Pokemon cards only. If you're trying to DCA or get a good buy on Solana, wait till it's under $30 at least, right? And I still maintain that. Here we go. But again, prepare yourself that in 2 to 3 or 4 years, you're going to be in my boat. And you're going to be the nut job that nobody believes, and you're going to have to sit there and wait a year for them to figure it out, and they'll come back to you and say, shit, you were right. And it's just the process. It's just the process. But imagine trying to do it on YouTube. All right, so we'll see y'all later. Solana, again, I'm still keeping the targets. $12 to $22. It's going to be hit. All right, we'll see you later.